Hi, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 483, and we're here live in Southwest Florida just before sunset on a very stormy evening. This is the Gulf of Mexico behind me. I started the live stream 3 minutes early because I think time is going to be of the essence tonight. I definitely pushed it by coming down here, and I'm not sure how long the rain will stay away, but I figured it was still going to be beautiful if we could make it for a few minutes. Hi Lisa, thanks for joining live. Good evening. If you're joining me live, please say hello. If you watch the recorded podcast, please also feel welcome to say hello. I get notifications on all of those comments as well. Thanks for joining live, everybody. Isn't this a beautiful evening? How beautiful is the sky? And if I move the camera down, you can see where the storms are right now, and they're headed this way. So hopefully they will stay away long enough for us to chat for a half an hour or so. But it is so beautiful. I can't seem to get this centered or level. There, that's pretty good. Let's see. Hi Mary, hi Christine, hi Judy, Patty, Kim, Gloria, Juanita, Melissa, Jan, Patty, thanks for joining live, everyone. Hi, Kathy, good evening. Glad you could join live. Hi, Dee Dee and Migdalia. Glad you all could make it live. If you're joining me live, please say hello. Hi, Vera and Sherry. Thanks for joining live. The sky is so beautiful and the water's so beautiful. The colors are amazing. I love how calm the water is too. Oh, but I can't seem to get enough of, can you see where the sun is up coming out of the top of the clouds up there? It's so beautiful. That is just amazing. Thanks, Sherry. I'm wearing my leopard print Amazon tank top dress that you all know and you know that I love, and wearing one of the t-shirt cardigans over the top. You can find both of these items in my Amazon shop. I was promoting another item in my Amazon shop today. I have a new steam iron that is amazing, and it's a smart iron, and you can find that in my Amazon page as well. I was promoting it on Instagram today with some photos because I'm working on a behind the scene piece and steam blocking. Oh, the piece for the magazine that I've told you guys about. So today, as I was finishing up steam blocking the edges and finished it, I took some photos with the new iron because I was testing out the new iron, and it's really cool. It's called a smart iron because when you set it down, it puts feet up so you can't burn something. It's really cool. So it's like a safety mechanism so that you can't leave your iron on a surface. But it had a very high-powered steam mechanism, which I really liked. And so I was able to use it to steam block the edges of my piece before finishing it. If you want to check it out, it is in the craft folder of my Amazon shop. You can see a link in the video description below. It's amazon.com/shop/Kristin Omdahl. So anyway, that project is finished. So I finished the piece. I've woven in all my loose ends. I have steamed it. I've drawn the schematic, drawn the chart, written the pattern, sized the pattern for 5 sizes so it'll come in small, medium, large, 1X and 2X. Look at the way the light is hitting the water now. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. And the iron came in pink. So those of you that are still commenting about the iron, I love the pink color, but it came in yellow, and I think it came in some other colors too, but you can check that out on the Amazon page. But anyway, so then I sized the pattern for 5 sizes and sized the schematic for 5 sizes. So lots and lots of math. Got all that done today, and I am almost done with the PDF download that I wanted to create before starting the video series on how to read crochet charts. So maybe about a week ago, I think we were all kind of chatting one morning on the podcast, and there was just an overwhelming amount of comments saying, oh yes, I would really like a brand new, completely focused on only how to read charts video series. Because I know I've talked about it all the time. I show how to read the charts when I do video tutorials for my patterns, so I incorporate the chart reading section often. But this time I am making a series of videos that there's not going to be any crocheting in it. It's going to be only how to read charts. And so I've set it up into, I think, 5 videos. We'll see as I start going. But I thought it was really important to start with a PDF of all the things that you would really need to know and have for reference when making charts. And the most important thing I thought to have was a glossary of all the symbols for all the stitches. And then I thought, well, if you're going to do that for all the stitches, you may as well make a glossary too. So I have created a 29-page PDF that includes 88 symbols for different stitches. So like there's a little bit of front matter on how to read charts too, but we'll go over that way more extensively in the videos. But each page has a different category of stitches, and all of the symbols are in here. So we've got basic stitches, bullion stitch and clones knot, a whole bunch of different cluster stitches, then delta stitches. I guess let's go through all of it. A whole page on decreases, extended stitches, and some varieties of chains, including like picots and rings, a bunch of different foundation stitches, linked stitches, post stitches, a whole bunch of different varieties of shell stitches, Solomon knot stitch symbols. This is the symbols for all of these stitches. Spike stitches, V stitches, X and Y stitches, and that's not it. So all of those 88 stitches are going to be listed in category with their symbol charts, with a table of contents in the beginning that will tell you where each one of those sections is. So if you want to look up, okay, let's see, I want to look up decrease stitches, you would know to go to page 9. I want to look up shell stitches or Solomon's knot or spike stitches or delta stitches or basic stitches. So there's a table of contents in the beginning. Then all of the 88 symbols are listed in really large font with the name of them next to it. And then at the end of the PDF, you're going to find 8 solid pages in that big 14-point font that I always use to make it nice and easy to read, the glossary definition of all 88 stitches. I feel like I pulled together every stitch I could think of, with the exception being like, okay, so I went through and explained some different varieties of shells. I didn't come up with every variety, every made of shells, but you can definitely get the gist of shells from the 9 examples that I showed. And I show them in different heights. So within the shell sections, there's single crochet shells, and there's half double crochet shells and double crochet shells. So you get the point. So you can definitely take off from there and assume that treble crochet and double treble crochet shells would be similar. And same with some of the different, like in the clusters, like in the post stitches, I only go through single, half double, and double. But you can extrapolate from that what's different about these and what's the same would be the case for the taller stitches. So where it seemed appropriate, I stopped at certain heights of stitches, and where it seemed like it made more sense to move on and do more examples, I did. So of those 88, you can still apply this to, I don't know, dozens more stitches, but you're going to get all of this in the PDF download, and it's almost done. It will be released when the first videos come out. yes, the bigger font is absolutely easier to read. Those of you who have purchased some of my books since I've been independently publishing will know that all of my independently published books, including Motif Magic, 80 Handmade Gifts, Layers Crochet, Layers Knit, all of the Create, Share, Inspire notebooks, all of those are written in 14-point font so that they're super easy to read, and you don't necessarily have to grab reading glasses to read them or a magnifying glass. And so the PDFs are, all of my PDF patterns are all written that very same way. So anytime you download a PDF pattern or this master document of crochet chart symbols will be in the 14-point font, just to make it nice and relaxing. Important to keep as many things easy as possible. You only want to learn one thing at a time. So if you're having to really strain and focus on reading something, that's taking some energy away from the focus of learning something. No, the PDF is not quite ready, Christine. It will be released when video part 1 comes out. So the How to Read Crochet Chart video series is going to be, I think, 5 videos long. And when the first video comes out, how to read crochet chart symbols, I don't know, I can't figure out. It'll be about the stitch symbols. This will be the download that comes with that first video. Does anybody have any other questions? I was just excited to show it to you. So today was the sneak peek of this master file that I've been working feverishly on all week. I'm very proud of what I've put together and very excited to share it with all of you. And I think that it's a resource that anybody would love to have. Christine, do I use an electric ball winder? Yes, I've shared videos of it multiple times on my Instagram page. Does anybody have any other questions? Thanks, Linda. The symbols are universal global. Yes, Cindy. However, there are differences in names of some stitches between English and UK, and I'm not addressing this as a PDF. I think my Instagram stuff forwards to Facebook. I don't know, Christine. Sometimes it does. Yes, it is a beautiful beach view, Karen. Thanks for joining. Jill has a beautiful Michigan evening as well. Very nice. The rain's definitely coming, but we'll see how long we have. Does anybody have any other questions? You're welcome, Jill. This was a lot of work, but I'm glad I did it, and I just know that it's going to be such an incredible reference for everybody, not just me, this as a reference, whether you printed it out like I did or just put it as a PDF on your computer or your tablet or whatever, it's still going to be an amazing resource. Any ideas on how to organize your stash? Yes, I think that you first of all will need to decide if you want to organize by color or by fiber type or by yarn weight. But one of the things that I enjoy very much is using my bins that I can see through. So if you actually go to my Amazon shop, you'll see the bins that I use to organize my sample garments, because I use sample garments and I organize them by book and then by type of project within there. And that would work the same as the way you organize your yarn. You want to have instant access to know where things are. And so the bins that I've shared in there are wireframe. They're fabric, so they're breathable, and they have a zipper window in the front that's see-through and then a zipper window in the top. But what's great is that because of the wire framing, they stack as well front. You can get into all of them while they're stacked without having to unstack them first. So as far as organizing your yarn, I would organize your yarn the same way that I organize my sample garments in that respect. But I would first make an inventory list of everything you have, whether you do it on paper or on your computer. If you do it on paper, you might be able to organize it in a couple of different ways so that you could actually, is it important for the storage to be breathable? I don't know if it's important for it to be breathable in the short term, but in the long term, I believe it is. So what I would do is organize the name of the yarn. So all your Be So Fine, all your Be So Sporty. I would organize it by yarn label name first and then color after that. Then if you wanted to redo that inventory list a couple of ways so that you would have, and I'll tell you why in a second. So I would organize it by type of yarn, brand of yarn, and yarn label so you know which yarns you have. Then I would make the list in a different way. So if you're using a spreadsheet program, you would be able to reorganize it in multiple ways. Then I would do a separate list organizing by color of yarn. I would do a third list by weight of yarn. So number one fingering, number 2 sport, number 3 DK, number 4 worsted, and so on and so forth. And then I would do another list on fiber type, because depending on how and why and where your inspiration comes from on which yarn you're going to use going forward, you may want to be looking at your yarn in different ways. If you're looking at a pattern on my website that's for Be So Sporty yarn, let's say, and you want to see what colors you have of Be So Sporty in your stash, you would go to your list that is written by yarn label and you say, whoa, here's all my Be So Sporty. Do I have a color like the one Kristin made this new project in? No. Do I have a color that I might substitute and like better? No. Okay, then I need to buy a new yarn, right? Then if you're looking at a pattern that is written in a certain weight of yarn and you want to see all the different yarns you have in that weight, it would be really great to organize that list by yarn weight so that you could figure out what yarn to use for that project, and even for substituting or what have you. Let's say you're making a gift for somebody and you want it to be something for super cold weather or something for super warm weather. You might look based on fiber type or by yarn weight, and then if you were looking to find a yarn for a project for a gift for somebody that has allergies to certain fibers, you would definitely want to look by fiber choice. So I think making a master inventory list on a spreadsheet is absolutely a good idea, but then learning how to organize that list with the different tools that they have on the spreadsheet programs to organize it by the different columns would be super helpful for looking at your yarns for different ways. We didn't even talk about color, did we? You can organize by color as well. So let's say you wanted to do a sampler project and you wanted to use all your reds and oranges and yellows. Well, if you've organized your yarns by color, then you would know which colors to grab to do some sort of a color work project. And sometimes when you're doing that as a stash buster project, it wouldn't even matter what weight the yarns are. That was a lot of information. I hope I didn't say it too fast. Now that I've said all of that, does anybody have any questions about it? Those are all important column headings for yarn inventory. Yeah, one big master spreadsheet. Okay, so here's a question. Would anybody like, if I were to use Google Sheets, which is a free online spreadsheet maker, would anybody want a tutorial on how to tweak that spreadsheet so that you could organize by those different columns? Because I'm not sure if everybody knows how to do that. Obviously, you could redo the list manually over and over again, but would anybody like to see a tutorial on that? Because that might be a fun way to only write one list, but then be able to, sounds like it would be a good tutorial. Yes, I've seen at least 5 yeses so far. Okay, I will put that on my master list of videos to make, because I do think that that might be a really fun list to do, a really fun video. Yeah, Google Spreadsheets, because I figure using Google Sheets, it's something that everybody has access to. So instead of doing, you know, the Microsoft version or the Apple version, doing Google Sheets is free, and everybody that has internet has access to it. And a lot of those tools are really universal anyways. They would really apply to any spreadsheet program. This isn't anything fancy. These are basic steps for organizing your spreadsheets. Yeah, but we can definitely do a tutorial on that. After we finish our crochet chart series though, this is going to be the very next series that I work on. I just want to finish the downloadable PDF first, and now that this is almost done, as soon as it is done, I will start releasing the chart videos. Probably release them one at a time over the course of a few days, but they will all be coming soon. Sue's learning how to crochet the t-shirt yoke. That's awesome. I've done that. I'm assuming you're following one of my videos on how to do that. I have a whole pile of t-shirts and tank tops to do more, and I'm super excited to get to this. Oh, did I mention to you guys that I started working on book 18 this week? I know, the sunset is amazing. I'm so glad this worked out tonight. Have I mentioned book 18 yet? No, I have not. Okay, well then, drum roll. I'm going to announce tonight that I started working on my 18th book this week, and it is going to be 100% crochet. It won't have any other techniques in it. It's going to be all crochet, and it is going to have more than 4 dozen projects, and that's all I'm going to say. So I've got a lot of work on my plate to get that going. I do have the title pretty much done, and I have the table of contents sort of worked out, and the first projects, yeah, the table of contents is almost completely worked out. So definitely on our way to getting book 18 ready. Very excited about that, and I will be obviously sharing more with you as the time progresses and we have reached new milestones in the project. So just in the beginning stages right now, but it would be absolutely lovely if it could come out for Christmas, but we shall see. We'll see. Nope, I don't stop. This is correct. Thanks for all the congratulations, you guys. I appreciate it very much. You know I appreciate your support so much. Look at that gorgeous sunset. Are we getting beauty or what? Amazing. And in my rush to get out the door, in my panic, worried about whether or not it was going to rain on me or not, I did forget to bring my Create, Share, Inspire notebooks tonight, so I will not be sharing a quote. We'll be watching the sunset instead, but I thought it might be fun if I ask all of you to each share one of your favorite inspirational quotes in the comments when the video goes to recording, and then tomorrow we can all read everybody's quotes. I thought that might be fun to collectively read all of those together tomorrow. Oh, I don't know how I'd do that on air. Anyways, we could all watch them, we could all read them later and go over them ourselves. What a sunset, my goodness. I love, one of my favorite parts is the way the sun reflects on the water all the way down to the edge of the sand. I love that. There's something swimming out there too. Does anybody have any other questions? Christine took her books to her knitting group today. That's wonderful. Thank you. Word of mouth advertising is wonderful. Thank you, Christine. Judy, I agree. It is absolutely gorgeous down here tonight, and mild and not too hot. Kim, save the quote for the recorded version if you could, please, because that way we can all read them and they can stay there. These comments don't stay, so as soon as the podcast goes to the recorded version, if you wouldn't mind to please repeat that wonderful quote, because I know we'd all love to be able to read them afterwards too. Wow, the beach is really filling up for sunset. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see. A bunch of people up this way, and we've got a bunch of people up this way. And it doesn't seem as hot as normal either. Yeah, it's such a beautiful sunset. And something's swimming out there. Can you see something right around? Can you see something right around there? Maybe it's just fish. They don't look that big. Does anybody know what time sunset is down here tonight? I don't know what time sunset is. Kim, the quotes don't save. The quotes in the live don't save. So it's only the comments, or the comments in the live broadcast aren't saved. It's only the comments that are written after. You saw the flashes too, or the splashes? Yeah, I don't know what it is. I wish I did. Carrie finished baby stuff for 2 babies born in the same week. Wow, that's exciting. Oh, thank you, Ivalise. Tampa is 7:28. All right, then we're probably right around sunset right now. No, I'm not rewriting my first book. I'm writing my 18th book. Writing my 18th book this week, or just started writing my 18th book this week. Oh, this is sunset for real. Be able to do this at 7 o'clock, but I will definitely try to make it down here for sunset on our evening podcasts for the rest until then, as much as possible. You know, as long as the weather permits. Christine gave out samples of Wrapture to her friends today. Thank you. Wonderful. Yes, it is a great evening on the beach. Thanks, Kim. Thanks, Jill. 7:26. So, okay, so is that about what time it is right now? It's probably right around that time. Look at that. We haven't done I don't think we've done like a podcast at sunset specifically in a long time. Probably not in a year since the timing worked. Thanks, Judy. Yeah, because when podcast from 7 to 7:30 didn't work earlier in the summer when the sunset was 8:30. So we were still here at just the end of the day. So this is a real treat to actually be here for the real sunset. And I will try very hard. You know, I always try to come down here. This summer's been actually extra stormy, and it's been tough to get to the beach, weather permitting. But whenever I can, I will. You know, I love to come down here too. Yes, I'm 8. And okay. And what were the the 2 hints that I decided to give out? The one hint I was giving out tonight was that there will, or 2 hints. It'll be all crochet, and there will be more than 4 dozen patterns inside. So those are my 2 hints about the book. That's all, and that's all I'm going to share at this point. I do not know when it will be released. I won't know until I'm a little further along, but definitely will be as soon as I can. Thanks, Kim. I'm so happy to share the beach with all of you. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy evening to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed my show and tell, showing you about my brand new 29-page PDF that's going to be so amazing and going to be one of the best resources you could possibly have as a crocheter. I've worked really hard on it. Can't release it. It will come out when the first video in the How to Read Crochet Chart video series is released. I'm working feverishly on it in the background, and it should be out in the next, it'll start coming out in the next few days. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful evening, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.